Full breakdown of The Ritual 2025. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most chilling horror films of 2025, The Ritual. This isn't just another exorcism movie. It's based on the real-life case of Emma Schmidt, whose terrifying ordeal in 1928 became one of the most documented exorcisms in U.S. history. The film blends psychological horror, religious tension, and raw human emotion into a story that grips you from start to finish. So grab your headphones, dim the lights, and let's walk through every twist, turn, and scream of The Ritual. Act 1. The setup. Darkness in the Heartland. The movie opens in rural Iowa, 1928. We meet Emma Schmidt, played by Abigail Cowan, a young woman in her late 20s who's been suffering from disturbing symptoms. Violent outbursts, speaking in languages she's never learned, and an overwhelming fear of religious symbols. Emma's parents, devout Catholics, are desperate. They've tried doctors, psychologists, and even local priests. Nothing works. The opening scenes are quiet but eerie. Emma staring at crucifixes, whispering in Latin, and waking up with scratches on her body. The cinematography here is cold and grainy, giving us a sense of isolation and dread. Enter Father Theophilus Riesinger, played by Al Pacino. He's an aging priest with a reputation for confronting evil. He's reluctant at first. He's seen what exorcisms can do to both the possessed and the exorcist, but Emma's case is different. He agrees to help, and the stage is set. Act 2, The Convent, where the ritual begins. Emma is taken to a secluded convent in Erling, Iowa. The nuns are uneasy. They've heard rumors. The convent itself is old, creaky, and filled with religious iconography. It's here that the bulk of the film takes place. Father Riesinger begins the exorcism. He's joined by Father Steiger, played by Dan Stevens, a younger priest who's skeptical but loyal. The ritual is intense. Latin prayers echo through the halls. Emma screams, convulses, and speaks in multiple voices, some mocking, some pleading, some ancient. The film doesn't rely on jump scares. Instead, it builds psychological tension. Emma's body contorts in unnatural ways. She reveals secrets about the priests, things she couldn't possibly know. She levitates. She vomits blood. The nuns begin to question their faith. One even leaves the convent, unable to bear the spiritual weight. We learn that Emma's possession may have started years ago. Flashbacks show her childhood, abuse, trauma, and a mysterious figure who may have cursed her. These scenes are heartbreaking and add emotional depth to her character. Act 3. The escalation. Faith versus evil. As the days pass, the exorcism intensifies. Emma's voice changes. She speaks in tongues. She mocks the priests, calling out their sins. Father Riesinger begins to weaken. He's haunted by his own past, failures, doubts, and a crisis of faith. The demon reveals itself. It's not just one entity, it's many. Legion. They claim to have been inside Emma for years, feeding off her pain. The film uses chilling sound design here, whispers, screams, and distorted chants. Father Steiger begins to lose hope. He questions whether Emma can be saved, but Riesinger refuses to give up. He believes that faith, even when tested, is stronger than evil. There's a powerful scene where Emma, in a moment of clarity, begs for help. She says she can feel herself slipping away. It's raw, emotional, and beautifully acted. The priests redouble their efforts. Act 4, the climax, the final battle. The final exorcism takes place at night. Thunder roars outside. Candles flicker. The convent shakes. Emma is strapped to the bed, screaming in multiple voices. The priests chant louder. The demon fights back, objects fly, windows shatter, and the walls bleed. Father Riesinger confronts the demon directly. He calls out its name, demands it leave. The demon laughs, saying Emma belongs to it. But Riesinger doesn't back down. He invokes the power of Christ, the Virgin Mary, and the saints. Emma begins to convulse violently. Her eyes roll back. Her body lifts off the bed. The priests continue praying. And then, silence. Emma collapses. The room is still. The demon is gone. Act 5, the aftermath. Scars that remain. Emma wakes up, weak but free. She cries, thanking the priests. But the damage is done. Her body is scarred. Her mind is fragile. The convent is quiet. The nuns pray in silence. Father Riesinger leaves the convent, exhausted. He knows this won't be his last battle. Father Steiger, changed by the experience, decides to dedicate his life to helping others. The film ends with a haunting message. Evil exists, but so does faith. And sometimes, the greatest battles are fought in silence, behind closed doors. Character arcs. Emma Schmidt, from victim to survivor. Her journey is painful, but she emerges stronger. Father Riesinger, a man of faith tested to his limits. His arc is about redemption and resilience. Father Steiger, the skeptic who becomes a believer. His transformation is subtle but powerful. The nuns represent the fragility of faith. Some stay, some leave, all are changed. Cinematic elements. Cinematography, cold tones, tight framing, and religious symbolism dominate the visuals. Sound design, whispers, chants, and silence are used to build tension. Editing, sharp cuts during possession scenes, slow fades during emotional moments. Music, a mix of Gregorian chants and eerie ambient sounds. Themes, faith versus doubt. The film explores how belief can be both a weapon and a weakness. Trauma and possession. Emma's abuse is linked to her possession, blurring the line between psychological and supernatural. Isolation, the convent setting emphasizes how evil can thrive in silence. Redemption, every character seeks redemption. Some find it, some don't. Final thoughts. The Ritual isn't just a horror film, it's a psychological drama, a spiritual journey, and a historical reflection. It's based on real events, but it doesn't rely on them. Instead, it builds a narrative that's both terrifying and deeply human.